Hi, my name is Joe Borders. I'm making this video to tell you a little bit about myself and my practice. I'm a therapist over here in Roseville, and I also have an office in Sacramento. I'm also the owner and creator of SacWellness.com, so thanks for checking out my site. To tell you a little bit about myself as a therapist, I've got a history of working on a wide range of issues, ranging from things like anxiety and depression to grief and loss, death and dying, and self-esteem issues. But my primary interests and specialties are in working with codependency, teens, couples, addiction, and the LGBTQ community, more specifically trans and gender non-conforming clients. I often tell people that I'm a sex-positive LGBTQ therapist, which often leads people to then ask what it means for a therapist to be sex-positive. Basically just means that I'm experienced in and open to working with people exploring just about any form of consensual sexual expression. In this regard, I most commonly see people exploring various forms of kinks, and or polyamory. Even though polyamory isn't inherently a sex thing, most people put it under the sex positive umbrella, so I usually throw that in there. But I don't know, I usually when people ask me what I specialize in, a lot of times I just kind of summarize it by saying that I specialize in working with people who struggle with codependency or who have been rejected or judged. That's kind of the point where I should say kind of my big selling point in therapy is that I'm an actual real person in the room. I put a lot of effort into, well, actually not a lot of effort, that just comes naturally to me, but I don't put on that like stiff professional facade. I'm actually real with people. I try to be really genuine and honest and open with my clients, and I don't know, to me the most healing factor of any good therapy is the relationship between you and your therapist. I've got all kinds of interventions and things I can pull on when the need arises, but really the really healing thing comes from having a place to a supportive place to process what's going on for you. And so I help people by creating a safe and supportive place for them to kind of unpack what's going on and figure out what they want to do with it. As far as my approach to therapy goes, generally what's considered a attachment-oriented therapist, which basically means I put emphasis on the significant relationships in our lives and the basic human need to be loved and supported by those close to us, especially our partners and our parents as children. Other things I should tell you, I guess I could tell you a little bit about my history of therapeutic work. Started out working at the Psychological Services Center at Sac State in the psych department. I was a trainee there for 2 semesters, long ago now. Somewhere a little bit after that, I worked at a methadone clinic for a year, working with people who were struggling with opiate addiction. Shortly after that, I started working at a local nonprofit counseling agency here in Roseville called Hearts and Hands Counseling. Worked there for 4 to 5 years, and somewhere in there towards the end I worked at Heritage Oaks for a year, which is basically a large inpatient psychiatric facility in the area. Mostly did intakes and group work with people going through severe psychiatric issues and substance abuse. But since then, I've been in private practice for about 4.5 years. I've always been here in Roseville and Sacramento. Had pretty much been in the same place the whole time, but I had a cool office in Sacramento that burnt down at some point. But that had nothing to do with me. Anyways, yeah, I guess that's about all I have to say. I just wanted to put something out there. When I created SacWellness, I just kind of put up a generic video I had made a long time ago about breathing exercises, and the site's been up for, I think, almost 10 months now, maybe 9 months, and I figured it was about time for me to actually make a video talking about myself. So, I hope this came across well. If anything I've said kind of speaks to you, or if you're struggling with any issues that you think I might be able to help with and you need somebody to talk to, just give me a call. And I always tell people I give people an initial free 15-20 minute phone consultation, so you can totally feel free to call me and chat. And I usually tell people you should kind of know within the first session or two if I'm a good fit for you. And if not, I can always help you find somebody else. But, yeah, I hope you're doing well. And if you want to know more about me, give me a call or check out my site. All right.